World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that lasted from July 28, 1914 to November 11, 1918. It involved many of the world's great powers, primarily divided into two opposing alliances: the Allies, led by France, Russia, and the United Kingdom, and the Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria, Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. Causes of World War I. Militarism. The major powers of Europe had built up large armies and navies, creating an arms race that contributed to tensions. Alliance system. Countries formed alliances to enhance their security, but it also created a situation where a conflict involving one nation could quickly escalate to involve others. Imperialism. Competition for colonies and resources around the world increased tensions between the major powers. Nationalism. Intense national pride and rivalry fueled conflicts, particularly in the Balkan region. Assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. The assassination of the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, in Sarajevo on June 28, 1914, triggered the war. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, leading to a chain reaction of declarations. Major events of World War I, 1914, assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, June 28, 1914. Declaration of war, Austria, Hungary declares war on Serbia, and the conflict expands as other nations join. 1915, Gallipoli Campaign. Allies attempt to open a new front against the Ottoman Empire but face heavy casualties. Lusitania. Sinking, German submarine sinks the British passenger ship Lusitania, drawing the United States closer to involvement. 1916, Battle of the Somme. Major battle on the Western Front, with heavy casualties on both sides. Battle of Jutland. Naval battle between the British Royal Navy and the German Imperial Navy. 1917, Russian Revolution. Russia withdraws from the war after the Bolsheviks seize power. U.S. entry. The United States enters the war on the side of the Allies. 1918, German Spring Offensive. Germany launches a massive offensive but is eventually pushed back. Armistice. An armistice is signed on November 11, 1918, marking the end of hostilities. Consequences of World War I. Treaty of Versailles. The peace treaty imposed harsh conditions on Germany, contributing to economic hardships and laying the groundwork for World War II. Formation of new nations. The war led to the dissolution of empires and the creation of new nations, especially in Eastern Europe. 3. Economic impact. The war had severe economic consequences, including the loss of life, destruction of infrastructure, and economic downturns. 4. League of Nations, established to promote international cooperation and prevent future conflicts, but ultimately unsuccessful in preventing World War II. 5. Casualties. The war resulted in an estimated 10 million military deaths and 7 million civilian deaths. World War I had a profound impact on the 20th century, shaping the geopolitical landscape and setting the stage for future conflicts. World War II was a global conflict that lasted from 1939 to 1945, involving the majority of the world's nations. It was the deadliest and most widespread war in history, with major theaters of operation in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. Here is a detailed overview of World War II. Causes of World War II. Treaty of Versailles, 1919. The harsh terms imposed on Germany after World War I, along with economic and territorial grievances, laid the groundwork for German resentment and the rise of Adolf Hitler. Expansionist policies. Aggressive territorial expansion by fascist regimes in Germany, Italy, and Japan in the 1930s increased tensions. Appeasement. The policy of appeasement by Western powers, particularly toward Nazi Germany, allowed Hitler to annex Czechoslovakia and pursue further aggressive actions. Invasion of Poland, 1939. Germany's invasion of Poland in September 1939 marked the beginning of World War II. This prompted Britain and France to declare war on Germany. Major events of World War II, 1939, 1940. Blitzkrieg in Europe. Germany rapidly conquers Poland, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, and France using the Blitzkrieg strategy. Battle of Britain. The Royal Air Force successfully repels German air attacks. 1941-1942. Operation Barbarossa. Germany invades the Soviet Union, leading to a brutal conflict on the Eastern Front. Attack on Pearl Harbor. Japan's surprise attack on the U.S. naval base brings the United States into the war. Pacific Theater. Japan expands its empire, leading to key battles like the Battle of Midway. 1943-1944. Turning points. Allied victories at Stalingrad, Eastern Front, El Alamein, North Africa, and Guadalcanal Pacific shift momentum. D-Day. Allied forces land in Normandy, France, in the largest amphibious invasion in history. Battle of the Bulge. Germany's last major offensive on the Western Front. 1945. Battle of Iwo Jima and Okinawa, fierce battles in the Pacific as Allies advance toward Japan. Atomic bombs. The United States drops atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, leading to Japan's surrender in August 1945. Consequences of World War II. Casualties. World War II resulted in an estimated 85 million casualties, including military and civilian deaths. Holocaust. The systematic genocide perpetrated by Nazi Germany resulted in the extermination of 6 million Jews, along with millions of other targeted groups. United Nations, formed in 1945 to promote international cooperation and 2. Holocaust. The systematic genocide perpetrated by Nazi Germany resulted in the extermination of 6 million Jews, along with millions of other targeted groups. 3. United Nations, formed in 1945 to promote international cooperation and prevent future conflicts. 4. Cold War. Tensions between the Soviet Union and the United States led to the Cold War, a geopolitical and ideological struggle that lasted for decades. 5. Decolonization. The war accelerated the process of decolonization as European powers weakened and colonial territories sought independence. 6. War crimes trials. The Nuremberg trials held individuals accountable for war crimes and crimes against humanity. World War II had a profound impact on the 20th century, reshaping the global order and influencing geopolitics for years to come.